am currently in St. Bart's right now. I don't know if you can see. Let's see if I can make that look better. If you're watching this on YouTube, this is the view from my room. It's pretty fabulous. But yeah, so I'm currently in St. Bart's right now. And it's crazy because if you had told me this a few years ago, I would have said you are absolutely crazy. You're insane. You're insane. St. Bart's is the land of the billionaires, right? There's no freaking way I'd ever come to an island like this. Like, it's going to be way too expensive. It's like so many limited beliefs came up. And it was so funny because I don't get nervous before trips. Like, I don't get nervous before trips. But before this trip, I was like, kind of really nervous. You know, I was like, what if I don't belong here? What if it's just not, like, what if it's really just crazy wealth and I feel out of place and all this stuff? And it was so funny. So I'm actually leaving here today and I'm like, it's the same as everywhere else. Like, it's literally the same as everywhere else. Like, yes, some, things are a little bit more expensive and things like that, but like, your girl belongs here. Your girl's a traveler. Your girl belongs everywhere. Everywhere. And this is why it's so important to be in expansive places. It's so important to break the freaking barrier. Break the barrier of the limitations of our brains, of our minds. We build up these stories in our heads of how things are gonna go, or what they're supposed to look like, or how they're gonna feel, or how we're gonna feel out of place because we don't blah blah blah, all this random crap. And it's just like, no, you belong anywhere and everywhere you want to be at the end of the day. And I think that's really like the premise of the leap year activation and why I'm so passionate about leaping into new versions of yourself, new chapters of yourself, and like really just making whatever the heck you want in life a reality. Because it all just comes from limitations that we have in our brains. And so, like, in the Leap Year Activation, this week is the Embody Week. Also, if you want to join the Leap Year Activation, it's a phenomenal program. It's one that I created last summer, and it was pretty much bringing together all of the things I've known and learned for the longest time. And it's honestly been so weird going through this again with all of my mastermind ladies and all the people that joined the Leap Year Activation this time around, where it feels like a remembering. Like, it honestly feels like I have been here. And even being in St. Bart's, it feels like a remembering. It feels like being around other incredibly wealthy people does not feel out of place or uncomfortable. Billionaires, I don't care how much money you make. I'm like, oh no, like, this has always been a part of my dharma. Like, this has always been a part of, like, what I've been here to do. And doing the leap year activation, it's kind of been like that as well, where it's like we have these things that we keep coming back to in our lives in terms of what we're supposed to do or what we love and things like that. And it's so important to listen to that voice. It's so important to listen to that voice and listen to that remembering. It's this coming home back into yourself. And I think that's really what the leap year activation is all about. It's all about coming home back to yourself, because at the end of the day, we're all just trying to get back home to the person we were always meant to be, outside of all the social conditionings, outside of what we're supposed to do, outside of what's good or bad or wrong, because none of it, like, if you're not harming anyone, none of it's good or bad or wrong, right? Like, we all have these soul contracts we're supposed to be following in our lives in general. Sorry, I'm like eating breakfast and I have to leave soon. But we all have these soul contracts that are like what we were really meant to do in this life form. Like, my soul contract was truly just to show people what's possible in life. It was to show people that they can literally do anything they set their mind to, that they can have a wildly fun, fabulous, crazy, non-structured, all over the place, wacky life, because that's like how I am. And it's like with all the conditioning, I trained myself to not be who I am, right? Because I was told that's not what you're supposed to do, or this doesn't go. But like, anything goes. Anything goes. At the end of the day, anything goes. Anything goes. And I keep learning that deeper and deeper and deeper. And it's like I was called to teach people this. I was called to show people this. I was called to literally show that anything is possible. And that's where I freaking love life. Like, I love life. And I want you just to know that you can be that future version of yourself today. You can be that future version of yourself right now. You can choose and keep choosing to choose yourself, right? Like you can keep making that conscious decision, that conscious effort every single day to choose yourself, to be yourself, to do the thing that lights you up, to do the thing that your soul is called to do, the thing that you know you were always supposed to do. You can always do it. You can always choose to do it. That can be what your entire life is about. It doesn't have to be like you don't have to put yourself into constraints that aren't real. So I'm here. The reason I'm even here is because my mastermind, I'm in a mastermind with Amanda Francis. Some of you might know her. I've talked about her quite a bit before. But she is basically the money queen. So her whole soul contract, like part of her soul contract is honestly just showing people how to make money and making a crap ton of money in the most easy, fun, flowy way that feels like joy to her. And I love being in her mastermind because I'm constantly being expanded and I'm constantly seeing how you can literally just make it up. Like money isn't real. Money isn't real. It's all about how you perceive yourself. It's all about how you see the world. It's all about the energetic standard and set point that you have internally at the end of the day. That's what it truly is about. But like a lot of people just can't really grasp their heads around that because it sounds crazy and not logical. But like it is logical when you actually look at physics, when you look at metaphysics, when you look at quantum physics, when you look at all of it. They're all when you look at religion and stuff like that, they're all saying the same thing. They're all saying the same thing at the end of the day. So I'm ranting, I'm rambling, I'm going all over the place. But yeah, the leap year activation is open right now. We close on the day of that we transition from the year of the snake to the year of the horse. So that's February 16th. So on the evening of the 16th, it closes. But if you know that this year is your year to shift, this is your year to leap forward, this is your year to truly start living life on your own terms, in your own way, whatever that looks like, if that means like getting into real estate, or if that means starting a business, or if that means traveling the world, or if that means quitting your job, or if that means like starting a whole new life, I don't know, whatever that freaking means to you, if that means traveling the world, you should join the leap year activation. Honestly, like that's probably the place for you to be, because that's really what we go through. And realizing that the things that are stopping you are truly just limitations in your brain. They're truly just limitations in your mindset. They're truly just limitations that you're putting on yourself and you don't even realize you're putting on yourself, because at the end of the day, you can live the most beautiful life that you want for yourself. At the end of the day, that is possible, that is available, that's available to every single person on this universe if you just believe that it's actually possible for you. Everything starts with what you believe. Everything starts with what you truly resonate with and feel deep down in your soul. If you believe it, it will come true, right? If you believe it's going to be hard, or it's supposed to be hard, or that you have to hustle, or that you have to grind, or that you have to whatever, then that's exactly what's going to be reflected back to you. If you believe that it's going to be fun and easy and flowy and filled with travel and all this stuff, then that's exactly what's going to be reflected back to you as well. And not to say that life isn't hard. Yes, there are always going to be hard moments of some sort, and like it's going to throw us curveballs, but it all comes down to how you see everything. How you see everything. Okay, so I will see you in the leap year activation. The link is below. Let's go.